Hello there, namaste. So I finished the movie Aavesham, and I gotta say, everyone told me to check out the trailer. I couldn't find a trailer online, only a teaser. So I was like, you know what? If there's no trailer for it, I'm not gonna react to a trailer. I found it online though, and everyone kept recommending it. Everyone kept recommending it, and I watch it, and I have a watch along coming out for it. If it might already be out now, but I gotta say, I enjoyed this film. It started out a little slow because it starts off, the synopsis is three college students basically get harassed by a group of college students, seniors. They get beat up, so they want to find some local power to get revenge. And then they basically become affiliated with a Don, a gang leader. And then they just try to get out of that. However, the movie doesn't really pick up till the Don shows up. He really is the main character of the story. He's the one who has most of the character development. The three kids, they basically get beat up. A lot of the things I complain about during the film, they do address. The problem is, it's not at the point in time. So they're struggling to basically keep up with classes, but they don't show that they're struggling to keep up with classes because they are afraid of getting beaten up. They're looking for a gangster to beat up the kids, and they're having to study and keep up with classes. However, they don't address the fact that they're not keeping up with classes till after they meet the gangster. And I was complaining about that. I was just like, why not focus on that? Because they're students. That's a huge thing. And then they addressed it, and it felt off when they addressed it because they introduced the gangster, and I'm apologize. I don't know him by name. I haven't seen many films with him in it, but the second he's introduced, you love him. He comes across as funny, an interesting guy. The way he starts laughing, like the kids were talking about, go talk to him, go talk to him, go say all this, go say all this. And then the kid goes to go talk to him, and he says everything that that he was planning on saying to him. It's like, oh, we met in the restroom. Oh, you lit my cigar or my cigarette. I mean, yeah. Let's. Where? Oh, I need to go sit with my friends. Oh, where are your friends? Like he was smiling, and then he goes to look at the friends, and his smile leaves him. He was very comedic. Very comedic. And why I say he's the main focus of the story is because you follow he has a character arc. He goes from being funny in the beginning, a lovable guy, to being absolutely crazy, to realizing at the very end how sensitive and soft and how hurt he is on the inside. His mother abandoned him. His brother tried to take him out. And the fact that he feels like he couldn't let anyone love him, and it's like you feel hurt, and you feel like the three students, their arc is they want to get revenge, and then they want to get away from the gangster. That's basically what they want, and you feel disgusted with them because of what they do. Here, the gangster has been wanting to do everything for them because he found some kids that he could basically see and nurture and take care of, but they don't want that. They just wanted him for his ability, his power, his men, and But I gotta say, the gangster, the best part. He plays the role so well. They give you these flashbacks, and I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right. Because it's funny because normally in Indian cinema they give you a flashback, and then the entire time I'm rolling my eyes because I'm like, they've already explained this. The second they introduced him, I was asking for a flashback. And then they give you a flashback, and in my mind, I'm like, no, this isn't real. They're going to end up doing a real flashback later. But I loved how they went about doing it because they never give you a real flashback. What they do is they show that everything they told you in those flashbacks was real. With the very last fight scene, the fact that how he flips over all the people, how he can take down 30 guys, you see everything from all the stories in one go. And I absolutely loved how that was done. I gotta say, this movie was very well done. I feel, however, it both felt long, but at the same time felt short. Pause. The reason why that is because the students, because they didn't spend enough time developing their characters, they're kind of just thrown together. And then there is no like the three idiots or most college room arcs where the three guys basically don't get along and then get along through necessity. they didn't have that, and that was kind of a bother for me. So they're kind of just friends already, and then they get beat up, and then they want revenge, and then they get revenge, and then they want out, and it's just, and then they're failing their grades because they stop focusing on that. Oh, but it's just, I wish they spent more time developing them as well, because that's where it really slowed down. When they focused on the student story and left the gangster. When they stopped focusing on the gangster, it really slowed down. Because in the beginning, it feels slow. For the first 30 minutes, I think, till they introduce the gangster, it doesn't feel, it feels like 30 minutes. It doesn't feel fast, it feels slow. Or it feels like a steady pace in time. And then it slows down when the kids try to get away from the gangster. They basically cut all ties, and then it slows down. It's supposed to in the end because, well, the gangster lives a very fast-paced life. So the students end up having a slower, so it works as a narrative, but I didn't care enough for the students for me to be as invested as I was with the gangster. The gangster just worked because, well, he was crazy. Absolutely crazy, and I like that. It worked for his character. Yeah, but I gotta say, this film is absolutely worth it. The gangster alone, I forgot to read his name beforehand. I probably should have, because I need to learn his name. It's very good acting from the very beginning to the very end. The only time I was absolutely creeped out and like no was when he was crazy, absolutely crazy. That was by far the best part about him, because I didn't like him at that point in time, and that is when you know someone's great at acting, because they're able to make you feel the intensity of it all. And I felt as if, yeah, he shouldn't be around people, he should be locked up, but the reason why he acted like that, and you see it all at the very end, that's what I mean, is he was the best part about the film, absolutely the best part. Because I felt sick for what those students did to him at the very end. I felt absolutely sick. But I did truly enjoy this movie. Check out the watch along. Hopefully it's all out. Hopefully it's all good, and there aren't any technical issues as I've been dealing with for my past few. But yeah, I definitely recommend watching this film, because it's one that's actually worth watching a second time, maybe a third time, because it actually is entertaining. The main character, the villain, who actually is a good guy, it kind of, one thing I gotta say is I kind of wished it went a different route with like the revenge story, because the students that beat the kids up at the beginning, the seniors that beat up the students go get revenge. I was hoping that the seniors would get another gangster, which they kind of do, but it goes nowhere. And that's kind of one thing that bothered me. I kind of wish that it would lean more into that story arc. It would have been more enjoyable for me, more entertaining, more action-packed if they did that more. But it wasn't primarily about that. It was about seeing the errors of their ways, what are the consequences of taking and manipulating someone. And the fact that even those who are very, well, seen as evil, very corrupt, also have a heart inside of them, because, oh, I felt hurt when he realized he was deceived. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Doodles!